Hey, what is up, interwebs? We're back with Pokopia. I've made some adjustments to the sound, so hopefully I'll stop blowing out the microphone and sounding like a robot. Alright, so it is a new evening in Pokopia. So let's go ahead and take a look at what needs doing. And see what we can do about maybe getting the town fixed up a little bit more. Alright, we got day number 4 here. It's a new day. Daily challenges have been updated. Alright, so there's chat. Have lots of conversations with Pokemon. Place furniture, decorations, and get relics approved. Got it. We got a vegetable one that we can pick up. And let's check out the shop. Alright, we have a new music. No, we have a fa note, a strange mat that makes different sounds when you step on it depending on the direction it's facing. Interesting, okay. And it's on sale. We've got a wooden post. Arrange these horizontally to make a partition with tiny gaps or stack them vertically to make a divider. I don't really feel the need to buy individual ones. It's not actually a blueprint, so we're going to skip that one. But we do have the recipe here for mailbox. A box for receiving letters. It looked really nice in front of. It'd look really nice in front of the house. All right. If you've ever got a problem, remember you can always come talk to me. Okay. Nothing specific there. You probably want to get some more habitats set up. It looks like Hitmonchan wants to. Hey, thanks for being always so nice. Spending time with you makes me happy. I got you something. It's not much, but I hope you'll take it. Oh, thanks, Hitmonchan. Adorable head seeds. Hedge seeds. Enunciate. Alright, so let's get some bricks together here for repairs. Looks like we've got some that we made earlier. Wait. No. These are the ones that we made earlier. There we go. Let's just double check, make sure we don't have any others here. Still need to do off-camera inventory management. Cool. Let's go ahead and start repairing some items here. So one of the things I need to get a little bit better at doing is figuring out topics to talk about while we're building stuff, because there's going to be a lot of that. A lot of building stuff with dead space, pretty much, if we don't have something to talk about. Okay, well, the controls in this game needing to be adjusted a little bit. Would certainly go onto the list of things to talk about. Now, I know this is something that they can fix in a patch because I've seen them do it before. Just a little surprised that this ended up with the rough controls, since the team has actually made Switch games before that were easier to control. Maybe I'm just misremembering and I was just really good at it for some reason back then. Again, you know, like I've said this in a few other episodes, but in case you were avoiding the sound problems, sorry. Forgot to bring water over. But yeah, if you've been avoiding the sound problems, I have mentioned before in earlier videos that this game was built in part by some of the same team members that built Dragon Quest Builders 2, which is one of the best games in this genre that's ever been produced. If you enjoy this game or Minecraft, I'm gonna need to stop and get some water. Okay, I'm no longer dying, but I am now eating. So I think I was talking about Dragon Quest Builders 2. Now, full disclosure, I do know some of the people who worked on that game. I also know some of the people who worked on this one, but I am not responsible for either. I am simply a fan and I work in game development as well, so, you know, like, we see each other at conferences and such. Pokopia is got a special place in my heart because many years ago at one of those conferences there were some hypothetical discussions about some games, and this is actually one of the ones that I hypothesized. And I remember saying, man, you know, if Pokemon Company's leaving money on the table, not making a game like this, and wouldn't you know it, I think a few representatives were there at the time. And even if you as a game developer have an idea, actually getting the project greenlit is a huge process. And part of that too is also kind of, you know, keeping your ear to the ground, finding out what other people are thinking should be made. So that's why, you know, I'll make comments about that to help give people a little bit of ammo if they're starting to think that same direction, so that they're more likely to get greenlit. So I never know, you know, what's going to get greenlit and what doesn't out of the things that come up at these types of events. But I'm very happy to see that Pokopia actually did make the cut. And whether it was, you know, directly related to what that conversation was or not, I will never know, because it's the sort of thing where everyone signs non-disclosure agreements. So even if I know somebody in a particular area, I will not pester them to know. That's just how it is. You know, I'm a game developer. I also cannot ever talk about what I work on. But I can certainly talk about my thoughts and feelings about what other people have built. So, yeah, I really like what they did with Dragon Quest Builders 2. It's got a really deep storyline, which gets even deeper if between chapters you spend time building up your sort of hub world and doing quests for the characters that come back with you. You get so much more development. It's so enjoyable. The characters are just delightful. It's really hard not to get incredibly attached to them. And I think they did just a brilliant job with it. So, yeah, very excited to see that team work with the Pokemon Company. At least part of that team work with the Pokemon Company to bring us this game. I'm also really excited to see what they can do with DLC, because I know that this was a hard game to sell. You know, in the United States, we love this type of game. In other parts of the world, not always quite as well understood or as popular, so it's a really hard sell for, like, Pokemon Company, because they're based in Japan and it's just a little bit different culturally. A little bit more skepticism for this stuff. So, you know, like this game probably did not have the largest budget, I would imagine. And so, like, now that it's becoming just an absolute hit worldwide, like everyone who's a fan of this genre had hoped, then yeah, we might see some really cool DLC out of it. Especially if they're keeping that team on board that did such a lovely job with the Dragon Quest Builders 2. out of the edging. Maybe we can discuss a little bit more about game development and where I tend to be in that spectrum. So I get hired primarily for sort of quality assurance, automation, AI, engineering, design stuff. Kind of a mixed jack of all trades, sort of help the team give feedback and help push things to the best that they possibly can be. Yeah, I've worn a lot of different hats, but I really love the game AI, not to be confused with generative AI, which I will confess I did work with AI, but not the recent wave of it. Earlier on, so same technology, different scale, and not based on stealing the internet. Stealing the internet was not something that ever came up when I was working in AI. That was not really on anyone's radar. So anyhow, I love the making the game come to life. And all of that fun stuff. So that's sort of where my area of expertise is. I'll also really kind of focus in on player experience, communication, user interface, controls, basically all of the little touches that take a game from being okay to amazing. You'll hear me talk a lot about in games that have complex battle AIs and things like that. You'll hear me talk a lot about how they might be functioning under the hood, different ways of exploiting the different AIs. I could even go into that with some of the more recent AI wave as well, but I think most people are not terribly big fans of those systems and would rather not talk about them. So let me know if you feel otherwise. But yeah, I mean everything from their vulnerabilities to how they actually are working and why it seems like why it's easy to get confused and maybe attribute things to them that they're not actually doing or capable of. There's certainly an awful lot of that going on right now. They're very good. They're very good at a few things and absolutely terrible at others. Definitely not anything anyone needs to worry about completely replacing humans anytime soon, despite what you might hear in the press. All right, let's get some edging down here. I think it's kind of fun to just do the restorations in these types of games. It's very similar to Dragon Quest Builders 2, where you sort of have your main storyline with these areas that need to be restored, and then you've also got sort of like a hub world where you can do whatever you want to do, and that's sort of the cloud worlds. Now I have been attempting to convince some of my friends to maybe do a cloud world thing together. However, my main gamer friends I haven't actually had a chance to get a hold of yet, and some of the other ones that usually play this particular genre of game with me do not actually have a Switch 2 yet, because it is, unfortunately, with the way the economy is right now, prohibitively expensive. And it took all of my coworkers pointing out the fact that I really needed to give myself a treat and actually get one of these systems for me to even get one for myself. So yeah, I understand why a lot of people will not have this system yet, but hey, you can enjoy it here with me now, and maybe try out Dragon Quest Builders 2, see if you like it. if you've got, you know, the original Switch. Because the gameplay is going to be kind of similar. I do like the building mechanics better in Dragon Quest Builder 2. Not that the secret bases aren't great. I think that's a great way of going about it, but I haven't seen anything yet regarding like blueprints. So one of the coolest things in Dragon Quest Builders 2 is this blueprint system that they have, where you can basically run around and put points in the ground, and it basically encapsulates an area and turns it into a blueprint. And then you can drop that blueprint anywhere you want later and put a chest next to it. You then have to fill the chest with all of the blocks that are necessary to fulfill that, and furniture and whatever else, to fulfill that blueprint. And then the townspeople will be like, hey, you want a hand with that? And they'll just come over and start building it for you. It's really cool. And it's definitely one of my favorite features I've ever seen in one of these voxel type mine and craft games. So yeah, I do recommend that one. Also, like, at first you'll be really annoyed in that game, just from people being like underfoot. But once you get the hang of it, they're really not annoying, because one of the things that they'll do is they'll fight all of the enemies that are coming after you while you're trying to build stuff and keep them off your back. Especially if you have like a good relationship with them, and so you're actually almost able to utilize them quite effectively as like a defense system. And then you get to build traps and like, oh, there's just so many things to do in those games. It's great. Okay, I thought we had the edging blocks, but I don't see them, so that's too bad. I guess we'll just have to fix what we can here without the edging blocks for the time being. It does look like we need to put some grass down. So yeah, I do like to play some of these life sim types of games. I really like, I mean, I'm old school, you know, like Harvest Moon, more of the farming sims, back when that was really the only kind that you had. It was like farming sims and like dating sims were kind of it, and Harvest Moon was like both of those things at the same time. I've never played a straight-up dating sim. I've heard that there's a lot of very funny ones that exist now. I have certainly watched some Let's Plays of them that were fairly entertaining. But yeah, I've always been a big Harvest Moon fan. I used to, when I was a kid, I would make game mods for games that I liked. And a lot of times I would put farming mechanics into the game. Or I would put like artificial life forms with different behaviors that would run around. Once Pokemon became a thing, actually even before Pokemon was in the United States, because I had a friend from Japan who sent me an illegal copy. In my defense, I didn't know it was illegal until I showed it to my dad, like after I had beat it, and he was like, I think this is an illegal ROM port from Japan that your friend just put text into. You need to purchase this game legally when it comes out in the United States to make up for that, so you're not a thief. So that was how I got my first Pokemon game. It also required me to buy a Game Boy because I didn't have one before that. And you know, I don't know that anyone really knew that I'd become a game developer at that point. I actually went to school for biology. Turns out biology is a terrible way to make a living. So I do biology as the hobby, and I make my living with the games for the most part. This is sort of an excuse to be able to play games rather than just make them, because it is important to actually play games that are out there as a game developer you know, understand what the trends are, understand new innovations, you know, get inspiration. But I also pull a lot from the natural world. So that's sort of where the biology comes in, and all manner of sciences. So you know, on the side right now, I'm teaching myself paleontology using university lectures, YouTube videos, scientific papers, anything I can get my hands on, and then actually going out and digging up fossils and analyzing them on the weekends. So always be doing something new and interesting, which is, I think, one of the reasons why everyone suggested I add this to my list of things that I've done, because maybe then I can share all the other things that I do with everyone else. And you know what? That's not a bad idea. Other than the fact that I have no idea what I'm doing, and I'm probably an absolutely terrible host right now. And certainly I do not have my technology, like, sorted out correctly yet. I mean, I'm just doing this in my apartment and hoping the background noises aren't a problem, using a microphone on a Logitech webcam that I got during COVID. So, you know, it's a process. But yeah, it's kind of nice. Gets back to my roots. I did a whole lot of prior to social media being a formalized thing. I did a lot of web pages and chat rooms and forums and things along those lines that I would build and maintain for folks, and you know, online community stuff prior to social media. And then I went off to college to learn how to do something closer to a real job. That would be the biology degree, which I use it. I just don't use it in the way that I thought at the time. Okay, it seems like we're pretty far along, and we've got stuff here. Yeah, okay, so Scyther's been going at the wood here. That's pretty good. Let's see, which one was wood? This one is wood. And we got a feather. Where have I been putting feathers? I think we can probably. Trying to think if I want to try going to a dream island. I don't know if you can only get the plushes while you're on a dream island, or if there's other ones that are just like around that can show up. So we can either go back to the Dragonite one, or we can you know, like look around and hope we find something else. I do think let's see, we've got the vegetable quest, but we don't have the other types of vegetables, so I suspect that's going to be a backtracking situation. Onyx is stuck in the cave, and we're not strong enough to get him out. You know, he's free now, right, officially, but then I was stupid and I put his house in the wrong spot, and now he's like stuck in there again. Whoops. Whoopsie. Okay, it looks like we've got like a sparkle thing here. I really wish that there was a way. Oh, splash it with water to cool it down? Okay. Well, I was not expecting that. You may find lost relics that look like they're about to explore. Pour water on them quickly. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, not enough reflex time there. Did not see that one coming. Good job, you guys got me. Yes. Yes, okay. Well, we're fine. It's fine. It's just the one relic. I'm sure we'll find plenty more exploding relics where that came from. I don't remember what we were talking about, but I'm thinking if it was something about the dolls, I just don't know if we want to look for more dolls. I feel like I already finished that thought. I don't remember what the next item was. I guess I was thinking about the sparkle spot and just, you know, getting the sparkle spots. Water some things here. Yeah, I do wish that they had like toggle targeting to hold, you know, so you're looking up or down or in the middle. All right, we got something here. We found a trace of a Pokemon. Seaside tall grass. Yes, we already knew about that. Okay. And that was Slow King. I think they were indicating that Slow King is also in that, so we can get the Slow family. All right. Now, I've still not gotten a terribly good look at the legendary birds that go by, even though somehow every time, the moment that I turn the camera off, I mean, we're talking like within a minute or two, one of those birds will come by and it's like, dang it. So you'll probably see them stuck on the ends of a couple of videos. Not that these videos are that great right now anyway. Okay, elevated tall grass, such as high elevation, means this area is quite cool. The wind blows all the way through the tall grass. Yeah, so we've already got that before. That's interesting. Why is there a number 2 that's like questions? I'm not sure what. I guess it's specifically a hint for the was that a Pidgeotto? And so there's like 2 habitats, and this is the one that we're getting the hint about. So since this is actually a really easy one to do, let's just go ahead and make it. Is there an elevated tree, grass? Just a tree shaded tall grass. Oh, we did get an elevated tall grass. I just had to go all the way around. Interesting. Okay, we're getting into... Okay, fog. Can't go any further. Okay, alright. Interesting. Okay, yeah, I get it. I get it. Too close to the edge. we're too close to something. Oh, it looks like we got some naturally occurring blue flowers up here. I guess the blue flowers are maybe like high elevation. Is that a Pokeball or a feather? Way over there. This is a pretty good view. Wait a minute. I don't remember that windmill. Where are we looking? Tally ho! Boing. Well, this is fun right here. Maybe it was dark out? Okay. Cool. Alright, what else have we got over here? Alright, we're in an area with some blue flowers. Get it cleaned up a bit. I do like that the rain mostly cleans it up, but like you kind of have to wait for the water to actually hit an area before it's totally cleared up. So that's kind of an encouragement to get it to rain many times. I guess we don't really get to know what that sign used to say. Okay, we got one of these. I really wish that there was a way. I'm going to say this every single time. I really wish that there was a way where I did not have to break these blocks every time. Do we have lore, or is this like a house that we went to and just didn't notice anything else? No, we have lore. We really haven't been over here yet. What is this? Bill's house? Is that where we are? I don't know where we are, honestly. I love the floor. It's gonna take a while before I can fix the floor. Let's check out the lores. It looks like we have 2 of them. You got a copy of Title Screen? Okay, if you have a music player, you can listen to it. I don't know if Title Screen is an exciting tune, but okay. So, oh, I see. This is like an old 90s, like, CD case, or like game case, the square things. Alright, that's fun. Little bit of history of exactly when this place became deserted, I guess. No, I didn't mean to pick up the CD right. Well, I probably need that for the Rotom thing, so we'll take it. Message from the Pokemart has been added to your human records. We all know that everyone's beloved music streaming services are being forced to shut down one by one due to steep rise of server fees all over the world. While music lovers are still mourning the loss of these streaming services, it isn't all bad news in the world of music. It's our pleasure to share a little about a technological blast from the past, compact disc CDs. CDs are cool little gadgets used by our great-great-grandparents to listen to all their favorite music. Each CD can hold a little over 10 songs, making it easy to find a new favorite and listen to it over and over again. And that's not all. Each CD is a one-time purchase, which means that there's no need for subscription fee no matter how many times you listen. Pokemart is working hard to create a solid lineup of CDs for music lovers to choose from. We hope to be the destination for those who want music in their life now and forever. Okay, I love this so much. This is exactly the type of thing that I was seeing in Dragon Quest Builders 2 that made me adore that game. And good job, guys. So we got the One Piece. It's really good that we picked up the CDs first, because that was suggesting, okay, this disaster happened sometime in the late 90s, early noughts, because there's CDs, right? But then we get this wonderful piece of lore that shows this disaster happened way after that. So we're like we're like actually playing in the future right now, right? Like this isn't something that's contemporary and no, like an alternate universe. No, we're in the future and something happened. So that's cool. Yeah, that's really cool. And then at the same time, they got to dig on the whole, subscription and streaming thing that everybody hates because no one gets to own anything anymore. Which, like sometimes I think people forget that game devs were people too, and we're not terribly thrilled with the circumstances either. But, like it's the way the world is. And it kind of is a bummer when nobody really likes the direction that things have gone, but it's hard to back out of it. And, there are some convenience. Certainly there are some convenience factors for, digital media. But it does, it is a bummer that, stuff can just disappear. Yeah, don't get me started on the shady companies, because those exist. Not every company is shady, but let's face it, there's a few of them out there that do not need to be charging what they're charging to make a profit. And yeah, not gonna go too far into that rabbit hole, but let's face it, we all know exactly what I'm talking about. Alright, what is this? Oh, vending machines. This would probably still work if only there were electricity. Okay, so, cool, need an electric Pokemon. Alright, this looks like it might be broken, and yeah, I'm gonna have to... Yes, this is dead. We do have some intact ones here. See, this is why I ran away from the new areas. We gotta savor the gameplay. Also, since I'm kind of learning how to do this right now, we can separate this out from the better videos. So, if you're finding that this material isn't up to snuff, try a different playlist for a different area and see if I've upgraded. Provided you like the rest of it. Okay, gym first aid. I'm pretty sure we saw this before. With Tyrogue. This is so Animal Crossing through here. Every time I'm just like, am I in Animal Crossing now whenever that part of the music plays? Not that that's a bad thing. You got 3 bags of adorable head seeds. I have so many adorable head seeds. Okay, so we have this area that's not getting wet because it's sheltered. Lovely detailed touch right there. Ooh, we have the bricks that indicate that there's something cool to break into. Let's check that out. Lots of areas to break into. Red herring? Or suggesting that we dig deeper? I'm still seeing a color difference here. Ha 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 ha! Yes, okay, I think it's gated so that we have to have the onyx strength update before we can do this. So they have many levels of hardness on the rocks. I believe Dragon Quest Builders 2 also had that. All the weird looking rock. More of this than I was expecting. Okay, well that was a waste of time, but I have sandstone now. And we are connected back into okay, into our main area. Alright, so what's down here? We have, oh hey, check it out, unknown, or unknown. But unknown apparently is the correct pronunciation, and we have some torches. That's probably something we should bring Charmander to. Ah, here we go. The mysterious mural. You can fit mysterious slates into the indentation on the wall. Mysterious slates can sometimes be found buried in the ground. Use the dowsing machine to look for them. Something might happen if you insert all the slates in the correct configuration. Cool. I really need to go get that water. Alright, I'm back. And probably gonna cough again, but hopefully a little bit better now. We still have a few minutes left to go on our video. So, this is neat. This is the slate that we found earlier. I think we've only found one so far. And I don't have it on me, unless there's like another one here. No, that's a town map. No, we'll have to go back and get it. But it's actually not that far from the main town. It looks like we've got some other secret passage here. So nice of them to mark the secret passages brightly for us. Yes, okay, we have metal. Ah, okay, so they're letting us know there's something that we can reach from the other side, and there's a staircase over there. So now we need to figure out how we get that. Beautiful level design. Okay, so they're gonna make us bend all over the place so we lose track, right? All right, so we wanna be pointing this way. All right, now it's to our left, behind us. So in order to get in there, there should be an entrance around here. All right. Hey, we got another kit. You know, they really are quite generous with these kits. You really do not need to buy them. So we're back out here in our open areas, and it looks like that water wheel and that cage area, that's sort of what's going to lead us over there. But let's check out this yellow Pokeball. You got a recipe for a mushroom streetlight. Some debris. And oh, that's interesting. So there's another pink hut, and it's just all the pieces. And it's it's just kind of sitting here. Okay, cool. I guess that's a way to, you know, in case people aren't paying attention to how big these things get. Yeah. So, you know, it's a little bit easier than the Dragon Quest builders with the blueprints, because you know, they didn't have to figure out how to animate all of those different Pokemon shapes actually building the structures themselves. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of liked the it just felt so good to see all of the characters actually physically picking up the objects and assembling things in the Dragon Quest builders too. So hopefully they'll like add something along those lines to like DLC, because if this game does well enough, I can see them producing DLC for years. You know, like I can really see that. I mean, this is such a strong foundation for a game. So somewhere there's got to be water for activating the system, and it would not shock me at all if that opens this gate. So we need to find the water sources. So it's probably going to be behind special rocks again, and we just need to find it, get up there and find it. Except I don't see anything here. Puzzles. Alright. What about over here? Yeah, I don't see any water there either. There is over here as well. This looks like there could be a waterfall that comes down here, but curious. Oh, this whole area looks like it should be filled with water right here. Oh, and we have a broken ladder from some sort of wood structure. Alright, well, you know what that means. Gotta make some ladder pieces. Now, I believe there was a crafting station right around here. We have another broken street lamp. For some iron. Let's make a. Oh, well, I was gonna say let's make a second set, but apparently not enough materials. So I think we only need the 5 here, but you never know. So let's see. Interesting. I don't know what this is. But we've got this big wooden walkway. It comes out here. Oh. Okay, so we have another route. I'm starting to believe that our little starting town is actually in the middle of a whole bunch of towns. So maybe it really is Fuchsia. If we're in Kanto. Interesting. Now Part of me wants to open all of the gates, and part of me doesn't want that to happen because of the forced story. So I think we're gonna skip the ones that we're finding now, even though we know that they're new. Alright, we'll just do a little cleaning. Okay. Now this seems to want to be built in that direction to go across. What is up there? Need binoculars. So I'm still kind of looking for like where the water sources would be. This thing really looks like it should be built over a major water source. Interesting. Maybe something that you do on the other side there makes water start coming through here. Don't know exactly how that would work though. It bugs me. It bugs me a lot. I want to know where I get the water from. Maybe we need to get some sort of upgrade where we can make water. Making persistent water. Oh yeah, the trees are all kind of in nice rows down there. That's kind of fun. Very cute. And the whole game's adorable. And fun. That wonderful blend of cool and cute and just generally pleasant that Pokemon is so good at. I almost need like a random topic generator, just not, just to avoid running out of things to talk about. I know quite a few of the new YouTubers out there. They have certain things they go to when they can't think of anything. I think Markiplier has one of my favorite routines that he does when he can't think of anything, where he just does the ego trip. That's kind of fun. But on this channel, yeah, I'm not important, so can't really pull that one off. Let's see, what do we have here? Okay, so that, I think we were able to come up here that way, like earlier, but I see lures. I see the lures! This year's top trend has been added to your human records. Undercuts and half updos are yesterday's news. This year's hottest trend is the center part. A hugely famous influencer recently posted a selfie with a new parted hairstyle, and fans are going wild. Young people everywhere are adopting this hairstyle in droves. Okay. Would I like to stay transformed like this? I'm gonna pass on this one. It is cute. It is cute. It's very knots, which would be like around the year 2000 to 2010. Hey, we've got a sparkly thing. We found a trace of a Pokemon. Elevated flower bed. Okay. Well, I like Paris. Now, I think we've already made some elevated flower beds, but I guess we need to do more. guess I'll just keep that in mind. Okay, getting into the fluffies. Don't want to get into the fluffies because it disappears. There's stuff and things and stuff. Going up here. Oh. Yeah, okay. Into the fluffies again. I think I see sparkles. Hopefully not too close to the fluffies. Oh, hey, we got a mysterious slate. That's our second one. Now, I would imagine once you find them all, you also have to figure out where they go. Like, maybe they only let you put them in the correct spot or something like that, but I have a feeling that it's going to be collect them all and then figure out where to put them. Which would be so much more interesting than if they helped us too much with it. Alright, so I'm looking here and I'm just not seeing any signs of where the water comes from. Too close to the fluffies again. Popping up here. Anything that we can see. Really is a pretty good vantage point. Quite lovely render distance, and the way that the distance degrades is gorgeous. I mean, this is some top-notch types of work here for these types of worlds, and really any of them. You know, like there's lots of tricks people use in these games where you can see really long distances to make it, you know, actually look good. Sometimes people complain about, you know, oh, I want to be able to see, you know, as far as possible. That's not realistic. You can't see that far in real life. Why would you, you know, like, it's not, no, like it just uses a processing power. It doesn't look right. It doesn't look right. It feels weird. So I like it to see things, you know, degrade and fall off in the distance, but in a way that is, it feels right, you know, it's still beautiful. You have enough detail, but you lose, you know, just a little bit going out there. I love it. I think they did a good job with this one. I've seen maybe some that are maybe slightly better than this, but those weren't voxel games, and voxel games have their own extra challenges for rendering. Alright, so it looks like if we go this way, we get into sort of this moonstone stuff, which I think we can't break. Yeah. And I think that's the walkway to the town that we found earlier. That it said you're nowhere near close to the level you need to be. Yeah, and then here's like the gate that I think we did go through this gate. So Onyx is like under us right now. Oh, there's something down in here. Alright, 5 pairs of glowing mushrooms. I have so many mushrooms now. I totally regret the amount of time I spent collecting mushrooms, thinking that they would be hard to find. And more sparkles. Got it this time. Got it this time. Yeah, this is a cycling road, right? Like that's totally totally a Kanto thing. Right? Oh, more spark. Oh, this is just gonna be honey. Now I'm thinking I was wrong that there was a bug with the spawning thing because you can just get honey straight out of flowers, which is weird. Like, what's the point of having the combi then? But maybe they decided you need it enough. Yes, okay. Knocked out. Guess we can. Okay. Got some stuff and things over there. I don't know that we've actually doubled back in the area that we started on yet. We'll go check this out and then that'll be it for this one. Music disc 22. If you have a music player, you can play a nostalgic tune. A lot of music discs. Yeah, there's not really anything in here for us to do right now, but I think if we climb up outside, we'll find some more areas. Ooh, a fossil. Armor fossil. Okay, that sounds like it's... Is that Lugia? Or... Okay, I hear the flapping. Where is it? Oh. Oh, way up there, and it just disappeared. Okay, so that was Ho-Oh. I am terrible at telling those two calls apart. I don't know why I'm so bad at that. Like, I am consistently incorrect. At least it's consistent, yes. Down here. Alright, let's go get ourselves a feather. Okay, let's not go get ourselves a feather. I do see a screen thing down there. I don't know if it's something that we've seen before or if we haven't been there. Oh, hey, what's up?
Hey, Zerox, here, take this. It's to show you what good friends we are. Thank you for always being so nice.
Yes, thank you. More glowing mushrooms. Just what we needed. I think it qualifies as night right now, and we got a Ho-Oh, so I don't think it's a day or night thing. It might be a weather thing. It might just be random. Or night doesn't count until later. But now we've got two of each. Something kind of over through here that was like glowing. There. Is that lore? Yeah. Lore. Pokolife Dev Diary number 1 has been added to your human records. The damage caused by recent meteorological anomalies is immense and dreadful. The news is continuously reporting on all manner of disasters affecting regions all over the world. There's even speculation that global food and energy resources may become insufficient if this continues. At university, I researched methods for creating comfortable environments for Pokemon and humans. There must be something I can do in this crisis. I have decided to do whatever I can, no matter how small. Therefore, I've begun creating homes for Pokemon who lost theirs due to natural disasters. I don't know how much this is helping the world at large, but the Pokemon at least seem to be grateful for the work I'm doing. I hope to continue my efforts until the meteorological anomalies calm down. Okay, so a bunch of stuff from space is hitting the planet. Is this just like timeline where every evil team ever got what they wanted and it's just all built up into a disaster? I mean, I know it's future. Like, we know it's future now because of the one piece of lore we got about the CDs, but like, yeah, I don't know. It feels like a lot of things broke at the same time. Kind of like what we're dealing with right now in our world. Hey, we got a community box. All right. Okay. Well, that was a good little exploration run. So I will catch you in the next one. Bye.